from Jump Street that my number one priority as governor was going to make sure that we are protecting our people. That keeping Marylanders safe is not a talking point. It is a sacred responsibility. And it's one that I and we take very seriously every single day. And I know who also does. That we know that our Speaker of the House, Jocelyn Peña-Melnick, and Delegate Williams, and nearly every member of the House Democratic Caucus who sponsored this bill, and also for the leadership they did to pass it last year as well, that they take it very seriously as well. And we also know that Senate President Ferguson and Senator Smith and Senator Lewis Young and the Senate who helped to make this happen do as well. But you know who also does? Our friends at CASA. Our friends at the ACLU. And so many Marylanders who came and fought and advocated, who pushed tirelessly to pass this bill, who made sure that in this moment that we could all collectively understand the assignment, but the only way to do it is making sure that everyone's voice was heard and everyone was supported. Because here's what we know. Safety in our communities does not come from having untrained, unqualified, and unaccountable personnel patrolling American streets. And right now, let's be clear that ICE is the largest law enforcement agency in America. It is larger than the FBI. It is larger than the DEA. It is larger than the ATF. That ICE's budget in 2024 was $10 billion. Its budget now is $85 billion. By funding, ICE is the 13th largest military force in the world. ICE received more funding last year than our entire state budget. And we've seen the results of an unaccountable agency with seemingly unlimited resources. We've seen 5-year-old children detained. We've seen parents too scared to send their kids to school. We've seen mothers dragged out of their cars. Communities living in fear. We have seen a mother in Salisbury who was detained by ICE and simply asked to see her son because her son was dying, and was told no. And while detained, her son died of cancer. I'm not sure how any of us are safer because of these actions. And so, I want to be crystal clear about a few things. One, our resources will be focused on, and we will continue to work with our federal partners to be able to address the worst of the worst in our society. I also want to be clear about this too. We believe in constitutional policing. And we believe we do not have to choose. What this bill does is just as important to understand what this bill does not do. and also the executive actions that this administration is taking to ensure that everybody is clear. This legislation does not authorize the release of criminals. It does not prevent Maryland from working with the federal government to hold violent offenders accountable. The people of the state know, and they are very clear after watching the first 3 years of this administration, we do not take violent offenders lightly. We are going to make sure our communities are safe from people who are doing violent harm to them. We will continue to coordinate on shared public safety priorities, including the lawful removal of non-citizen offenders who pose a risk to public safety. We will continue to participate in joint task forces on criminal investigations. We want ICE, though, focused on violent criminals and people who are doing true harm to our society, as was promised by the Trump-Vance administration. We need and we want these people to be captured and held accountable. But what this bill does do is to draw a very clear line. It says that in Maryland, we defend constitutional rights and we defend constitutional policing, that we defend and we support the trained law enforcement in our state. And we will not allow them to be deputized by agencies that do not hold the same standards. We believe in due process here in the state of Maryland, and we refuse to blur the lines between state and federal authority in ways that undermine the trust between law enforcement and the communities that they serve. And the best way to address crime is by making sure that the communities feel safe and want to be involved in the process to stop it in the first place. In Maryland, we will not allow untrained, unqualified, and unaccountable agents to deputize our brave local law enforcement officers. Because Maryland is a community of immigrants. It is not our weakness. It's our strength. This is not rhetoric. It is our reality. Our immigrant community, there are educators, our caretakers, our engineers, our entrepreneurs, the members of local law enforcement. They do the back-breaking work that helps to put food on our tables and the groundbreaking work at our universities and have made life-saving discoveries that have benefited all of us. I stand here as the son of an immigrant, someone who understands the power of immigration, someone who understands that's one of Maryland's secret sauces. And it's a secret sauce that we plan on protecting here. And yet right now, our neighbors, our friends, our family members are afraid because of the actions of this Trump-Vance ICE operation. Making America great does not mean telling people you're not welcome here. Making America great means realizing this country would be incomplete without each and every one of us. And that's exactly what was required to make today happen. A very clear statement to our community that we believe in your safety. We believe in making sure that you are going to be safe from violent offenders. And also we believe in making sure that you are safe from unaccountable agents as well. And so I'm thankful for the work that you all did. And I also know that more work is needed. We are watching an assault like we have not seen before, Maryland, in every way. And there is nothing that we should not do to make sure not just that our people are protected, but also to make sure that our people can thrive. And I'm thankful to be able to turn the podium over to my partner in the work and someone who, in her example, reminds us of the power of immigrants in the state of Maryland, because our Lieutenant Governor is an immigrant herself. Someone who came to this country from India and has made this entire state proud. Maryland, you're amazing, Lieutenant Governor Aruna Miller.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today is about who we are as Marylanders. And today, we also remember a giant, the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Reverend Jackson spent his life insisting that this nation live up to its promise. That promise does not sustain itself. It requires leaders willing to act. And here in Maryland, we're fortunate to have them. So thank you to Speaker Pena Melnick, Senate President Ferguson, our bill sponsor, Chairman Smith, Delegate Williams, members of the General Assembly, and of course, members of the community from CASA to ACLU to every part of the state that came forward. Thank you all for your leadership, your partnership, and your persistence. And to my partner in this work, Governor Wes Moore, who understands, just as Reverend Jesse Jackson did, that justice is not rhetoric, it is policy, and that in Maryland, public safety and human dignity go hand in hand. As an immigrant who came to this country as a child, I know what it means to arrive to a new place, to a new country, to a new language, to a new culture, full of hope, but yet so much uncertainty. Immigrants come here to work hard, to build businesses, to raise families, and to contribute to our great nation. And they do every single day. Immigrants strengthen our economy, enrich our culture, and add to the fabric of our communities. So today is about who we are as Marylanders. We're a state that believes in dignity, equality, fairness, and keeping families safe. When families are afraid to call the police, to report a crime, and to seek help, no one is safer. Trust is the foundation of public safety. This law helps build that trust. Today, we send a clear message. Maryland is stronger because of our immigrant communities. We value you, we stand with you, and we're committed, not just in words, but in law, to keep every family safe. Now it's my great pleasure to bring to the podium the Senate President of the Maryland General Assembly, Senate President Bill Ferguson.
Good afternoon. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. There we are. Right. It's so exciting. It's hard to keep track of time. You know, it's not lost on me in this moment as we stand here at a crossroads for American history that I am surrounded by three statewide leaders who themselves are first or second generation immigrants. And when I think about what that story means to the complex reality that is these United States, what I know to be true is that it is an unbelievably humbling experience to be surrounded by deep and true leaders whose personal journeys are the story that made them who they are, that make us who each of us can be, that give inspiration and hope and joy and love to the possibility of these United States, and most importantly, to this state of Maryland. It is truly humbling to stand alongside them and know that it is their journeys that make this state great. I want to thank the members of the Senate, of all the members of the General Assembly, to the governor, to the lieutenant governor, to the speaker, this is her first bill signing, which is pretty amazing. It's a pretty incredible moment, which I'm really proud to share alongside with you. This has been quite a journey, and as Senator Karen Lewis Young, who has been here fighting this journey for many years, truly, to Chair Smith, who has taken on the mantle and leadership from the DREAM Act to dignity not detention, to protecting U visas, to a 13-year journey of ensuring that immigrants are protected here in the state of Maryland. We stand here today to further that ongoing journey, to say that in Maryland, we believe in hope and love. We believe that immigrants are our strength. By terminating these 287G agreements today, we know that ICE will no longer be assisted or subsidized by local law enforcement, ensuring that ICE cannot abuse or terrorize our immigrant families with Maryland's complicity. I have a longtime family friend who is here with a green card. I saw him about 3 weeks ago, and he drove up in a different car. And he has done a number of general contracting type of work and has always had a van, a work van that he's taken everywhere that he goes. He is here legally. He has a 6-year-old son. He and his wife are a loving family living in Maryland. He pulled up in a car that was a used car that I'd never seen before and never recognized. And I asked him, what exactly, do you no longer have your work van? And what he said was beyond horrifying. He said, I had to change my car because too many of my friends have been driving work vans and have been pulled over and ripped out of their vans, and I can't afford to do that to my family. That is not the world that we can continue living in. What this bill signs today is that, of course, we believe in law enforcement. What we will not tolerate is unconstitutional terrorism. And that is what we are seeing across too many states and here in Maryland by a lawless administration that has not put safety first. This is a state that believes that constitutional policing is fairness for all, and that is what this bill is about today. I want to thank the advocates, the community members who are dealing with the pain and fear and hardship that this administration has put forward across too many of our communities. Please know that we stand with you and for you and believe, and that we love you and you are a part of our community as every other member of Maryland. I want to make it clear that this is a first and continuing step. We have more work to do beyond this measure to make sure that every single Marylander, every person who resides in our state, feels the ability to thrive and to be successful. With that, it is truly my honor and duty to hand it over to, for her first ever bill signing address, the Speaker of the House, Jocelyn Pinard.
So good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you? Are you excited? Yes. I first want to thank the governor for your leadership, for your support, for your partnership. Lieutenant Governor, you are the dream team together. The Secretary of State, thank you so much. And my amazing partner in the Senate, who I have known for probably over 20 years now, who I have a lot of respect, and we have a good, great working relationship. I want to thank you for the support that you give in our community. I want to thank my colleagues, both in the Senate and in the House, because it takes two houses and it takes a village to get things done, and we're doing it together. To the sponsors of the bill, Senator Smith, Senator Young, my sister from another mister, who we served in the House. If you come from the House, you're always from the House. Delegate Williams, thank you for your leadership, for standing for what is right, and for fighting for it, unapologetic. Thank you so much. I want to thank all the advocates. Casa, gracias de todo corazón. Gracias por todos sus esfuerzos, todas las personas que han venido aquí, que dieron su testimonio de todo corazón. Gracias. Thank you for all the brothers and sisters that you lend you lend your voice to make sure that this happened today. And it is not in the Maryland Legislative Latino Caucus. Thank you, Ashanti Martinez. And every other caucus, Black Caucus, and every other caucus, because it does take a village. It is not lost on me that this is my first bill signing. Wow, God does not get it wrong. And
Amen.
I will never forget this first. And what does it mean? As someone who came to this country when I was 8 years old, who came here with a mother that did not speak a word of English, and I didn't speak English. English is my second language. And who struggled to make ends meet, to put food on the table for my sister and I, who really went through hell to make sure that we got an education. I can stand here and tell you that immigrants have the lowest rate of people that are incarcerated. Immigrants come here because they want a better life. Immigrants have a very strong sense of God and who they are. Immigrants have a strong family unit. And they're good people. And we're all immigrants. This bill is so important. It's important because Governor Maryland is speaking. It is saying that in our state, Senator, we value respect. We value empathy. We value people's contribution. We value the Constitution. We value and support and protect civil rights. We are against racial profiling. And we are going to be unapologetic about the values we stand for. And that is really important, regardless of what the federal government is doing. And most importantly, we love everyone. And the God that I love, and trust me, I am a person of faith, loves everyone. And in God's tent, everyone fits. And that is Maryland. Maryland is beautiful and diverse. So let's go sign this bill.
Senate Bill 245, House. Are we good to go now? Okay. Senate Bill 245, House Bill 444, Public Safety, Immigration Enforcement Agreements, Prohibition. We'll have the sponsors. The first picture will be the sponsors, and then we'll have those here on the floor. In the reserve seating. Those in reserve seating, please join the sponsors.